Hi folks, it's going to be all train, all day video here. It's our son's birthday, Andy, and he loves trains, so every year. This is the weekend we take him out. We visit all the train places here in our area. This is in the Lancaster area. We're at the National Toy Train Museum. And right behind us, the Strasbourg train just crossed over the highway. You might be able to hear the crossing gates in the background. I'm not sure the camera can pick that up.
Are you seniors?
Well, what is your criteria for
65.
that? No. Not yet.
2 today?
We're no rush to be that either. We're 3 of us, actually.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
My son over there.
Would you like me to get a picture of you over there?
Sure.
I'd be happy to.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. As we enter in here, American Flyer. Yeah, I had those. And actually, Andy has all my old trains. Number 2 on the audio tour stop. I have to figure out how to use these devices. Number 2.
Does it tell you how to use them?
I think you just pushed a button.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh. I don't know whether I could put that up close to the phone or not. Oops. Probably not. Anyway, folks, you have to hold these devices up close to your ear to be able to hear it. I don't know if you can raise the volume. Not loud enough. Oh well. Volume's all the way up. Anyway, moving on. Fort Knox, it says here. There's some early American Flyer stuff in there. There's an alcohol-powered train. I'll let you guys just read the little tags here. We have some over here. This is a terrific museum if you're into trains and toy trains. I believe this is the toy train, I don't know what the organization is called, but this is their home base. National Toy Train Collectors Association, I believe. It just came to my mind there. So what the organization is called. And this is their headquarters right here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Move on to over here. I guess this is just various products from Lionel, maybe from American Flyer too. And we have trains over here. Wow, look at that. I really don't know what many of these trains are, what brands they are. You can see the tags, they are tagged. Try to get some of the names here. Many of these are Lionel, it looks like, and there are dates on the tags too. 1952, I see 1930, that's an Ives actually. That one right there. These were donated trains, looks like. Donated by various people, in memory of various people. Circus train up there. There's an early, looks like maybe a Lionel train, yeah. All different time periods here. 1946, I'm seeing down here. The 1949. The Lionel standard gauge train, which are the larger ones there, that's from 1934. It's in beautiful condition. And then I'll move you over here. There's more. Again, various trains, different manufacturers. Looks like they were donated. Tell you one thing that you realize when you come to a place like this, there's definitely no shortage of model trains around that you know, span the years. Move into here. Look at the little Z gauge ones. My son has actually a number of those. They're the smallest ones that you can buy. And you have some, it looks like Lionel OO gauge. I never heard of that. I think that's the same as HO. There's an early one up there. Oh, here's my son's favorite, the Crusader, the Reading Railroad train. Folks, they don't exist anymore. The few that the Reading Railroad had have been scrapped a long time ago. There may be a tender available. We might see that at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. I know there's some cars that are still existing, but the locomotives themselves are no longer available. You can see the modern look of it. It's sort of at a transition between steam and electric at that point, and they sort of modernized the steam engines as the transition began. Again, you have some very early ones here. Door fan company, it says there. Look at all these trains over here. Wow. You see Mark one up there, which is German. I don't know what Bing is. We have Ives, which is the competitor to Lionel over here. There's American Flyer. Again, very early stuff, 1929. This one, the Ives, is 1915. There's an early Lionel, standard gauge. Another Mark I train. I'm not going to be able to show you everything close up, folks. There's just so many trains here. I'll just kind of walk you through like this. Is that a blue Comet down there? Looks like it is, yeah. My son, he would love to have one of these. That's an entire set. Now these are pretty rare and go for very high prices, especially one in this condition here with all the cars, the tender. It's a standard gauge. 1935. It surely has all the cars here. Lionel/Ives American Flyer. Huh, I never knew that they actually got together to produce some items, but that's what it says. I'm going to spin you around here. You can see some of the trains that are here. Again, I just can't focus on single trains. It would just make this video too long. There's so many trains here. We'll just walk you through. Hopefully we catch everything on video.
Y como ya soy senior, ya soy senior. Ya soy senior, eso lo tendré que tener ahora.
There's some Marquand stuff here, it looks like. Some German, yeah, I see a lot of Marquand early stuff here. My son has some Marquand HO gauge trains that were mine when I was a kid, and he's got them now. Here's some Marquand HO gauge trains right here. Oh, look at that. That's an early display wheel, I believe. The wheel would spin as the train, as you can see right there, sat there and stayed in one place. That's the wheel spun. Neat. It's called actually right here, it's called the Wonder Wheel. I don't know if you can read that or not. You can go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to read that. Cool. And then we have this over here. And now we can move on to the actual operating sets here, which they have many of. Here's Thomas. Oh, he stopped for us too. All right. See, we can push to run the trains here. Push that button there. Not sure what train will run with that. Then you can push to operate accessories here. All right, you can see this operating the water tower there. I'm going to spin you around here. We have more over here. Oh, this is so many. These look like they're all lined out. Look at the missile fire. Helicopter. We have the firefighting one. Radar. Probably from the 1950s. More missile launching one. It is actually launched the missile. And the helicopter too, I believe, was launched. I guess you push a button on the track and it launched it. There's a mount one there. This is probably the bicentennial, yeah, it is. Trains here. I had a couple of HO ones when I was a kid, 1976. Let's get a look at some of these operating ones. So look at this. This is an entire circus. Looks like these may not be in operation. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I pushed the button. There was a bit of a delay, but there it goes. What does this one do here? Ah, there you go. And yeah, the lights went off. Look at that. That's cool. They dim the lights every so often so you can see everything what it looks like at night. Hopefully the camera picks it up well. I'm going to bring you up over the glass here. I'll bring you up over the glass for this thing. Looking down on it. And the lights are coming back up. Oh yeah? Moving over here. Wow, they have a lot more set up, a lot more rolling platforms here than they had when I was here last, which has been about a year ago. Every year, like I said, we come out here to see the trains for my son's birthday, which is on the 15th. Bring up over top the glass here. It's like this is a picture of the Civil War. Put that on the screen right there. A little bit of history there. That really was a train. Oh, look at that. You push the button, it looks like they're firing their weapons. Huh. This is all new since we were here last. What does that do? Is that another train, maybe? Maybe. Really cool. I wanted to bring you over here, too. Looks like we have some Lego stuff here. Something similar to Lego.
Ven aquí, haga este.
Christmassy
Ya
layout
había
here.
Tomás, lo hiciste. Mire, mire, mire.
The collectible houses. I guess it's at the Apartment 56 style houses.
Sí, ¿por qué? Un globo.
There's always Christmas time here at the Toy Train Museum.
Ese funciona. ¿Quieres empujar el prensa? Es ese.
Over here we have S-Gauge, which is otherwise known as American Flyer. Now this has the two-rail track, which is one of the differences between the S-Gauge and Lionel's tracks. So Lionel has the three rails. Then we have our buttons. There it goes. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a chug chug sound too that it's making as it goes around. You see our signal flashing there. I just pushed the button for the outer train and there it goes. Let's see the inside loop train. See if we can get them all running here. There goes the inside loop train. They're all functioning. The upper level train, which I guess is this one right here. See if that one starts up. There it goes. Sawmill. I guess I don't know where that one is actually. Whistle. There's our whistle. Barnum and Bailey train here. This is some Marx trains here.
Look at that. Of course, that's a modern Marx train. That's one of the ones they built later on. It's not the original one because it's got a little DC motor stuck in them.
I'll just let you narrate the video here.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's perfect because I didn't know what these were actually. So it's a Marx reproduction. I didn't know that they were making.
Oh, no, it's not a reproduction.
Oh.
So the Marx company got sold at the tail end of the 60s.
Okay.
And in
Mind
the
if I put
70s,
you on video?
Sure, I'm fine with that.
You look like a train guy.
We both are.
Yes.
So this little guy right here, this is what we call Marx Ameritrains, or
Okay.
modern Marx.
Uh-huh.
So after the mid-70s, when they went through that brief plastic era, they decided, okay, we're just going to sell the name. And a couple out in, I think it was Minnesota or Wisconsin, bought the rights. And they bought most of the molds and everything, as well as the stamping patterns for the trains. And they started producing them for the TCA, Train Collectors Association. In fact, I have the modern Marx Fort Worth and Western Tarantula train set.
Tarantula. Okay.
It's a Texas thing.
Oh, I got you.
So, but this is a reproduction one because they put DC motors in them with a rectifier in there, so that way they could run on AC.
Okay.
But it's still the same way they made it. It's just not made by Marx Company. It's made by a private individual.
Okay.
I believe the Army train is an original one, though.
Okay.
I believe that's a legit one. Yeah. Very cool.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
James.
James. Thank you, James. You'll be
This
on
is
our
Michael.
video.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael. Thanks a lot.
What's her name?
Another Marx layout here. Marx was a competitor to Lionel. A sort of cheaper alternative, if you want to call it that. But definitely very, very serviceable trains, and they allowed folks maybe who couldn't afford some of the Lionel trains to be able to have trains for their kids because the cost was so much lower. And we have over here G gauge, which is the so-called garden trains. We have some of these at home too that my son has. We set these up around our Christmas tree every year. There's Thomas. You can see some of the G gauge trains in the back there on display. Nice trains, but you have to have a lot of room. And around here, you can only set these outside and display these outside for so long. The weather always, eventually turns bad here, or rains or whatever. So in the wintertime, it's difficult to run these outside. You have to be living in an area like maybe in Arizona or a place where it's dry. We have a little, this is the Z gauge dealer displays. These are neat. Again, these are the smallest trains, smallest model trains that you can get. And these were actually portable, so you could take these to dealers and then display the little setup here. These actually pack up, from what I remember, into like a suitcase. And that looks like it would be a N gauge train set there. A little bit bigger than Z gauge. Again, the same concept. I'm not using the interactive display thing here just because I'm trying to produce a video here, and you can't hear what's on the voice anyway, it's too low. More Marx trains. Don't mind being on video, do you? Okay. Okay. The old Western style trains here, I really like this design here. It was always my favorite train. The large spark arrestor type funnels on the top. That was there to keep sparks from igniting brush on the side of the fire. Out west where it's very dry, you have that large funnel. I call it spark arrestor, but I'm not sure what the actual term is for it. We have a video going here. Look at the colors of these, folks. Look at the pastel coloration of these. If I'm not mistaken, I think at one point Lionel was trying to sort of market to the female portion. Of course, the model trains were mainly for young children, young boys, I should say. But there came a time when they thought, well, maybe we can hit the market with the female set. And then so they produced trains that were colorful like this. I'm not sure how effective it was and how many girls actually bought these trains. I believe that was the idea. You can see the pink train there. Large pink standard gauge one here. Embrace the whimsy and enjoy a toy train display of brighter color. Of course, you have another blue comet down here. We have the standard gauge trains running over here. Lionel, I believe. There may be some Ives in here, I'm not sure. There's an operating blue comet there. Looks like it might be a reproduction. Not sure though. Look how many cars they have on that, wow. Another one going by. Let's see what they have here in the background there. I have one of these at home. It was actually Andy owns it now. It's for the overhead signal. Operates the overhead signal, which you see right there in the center of the screen. I also have that, which now Andy has. Lift you up over the glass and see it on there. Standard gauge sign here. Lionel's first offering of trains was in the standard gauge, which was a larger size. It's very similar to the size of the G scale, which we saw, the so-called garden trains, which we saw across the museum there. Many on display in the back there. We have a number of these signals. I know we have a number that Andy now has of these type of signals with the bells. They're all for standard gauge. Beautiful roundhouse there. Look at that. Looks like an HO scale layout here. Hopefully the glare on the glass isn't affecting the video too much. There's a cool roundhouse there. It's a neat setup. Let's see if we can run these trains. There they go. All the trains are in operation, which is great. My son has a lot of trains, but we don't have any room to have a nice setup like this. We need to get a bigger house with a basement, which we don't have. So we can set up a nice train layout. I'll give you just another view of the museum. The lights dim down and that's the standard museum layout. So we have a panoramic view of the museum. And we'll end this video here. We might split these up into different videos as you visit the Train Museum of Pennsylvania. I'm not sure we got that name right. National Train. This is National Toy Train Museum. The Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. That's what I'm looking for. We'll bring it back as a separate video as we go through that one. All right, for the National Toy Train Museum, we're going to sign off here. And hopefully you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you do like the content of this channel, maybe consider joining us. And, if you do join us and hit the subscribe thing, make sure you hit that bell notification too. That's going to let you know when you upload another video. Folks, take care, and we'll see you in the next video, which will probably be the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. Take care. Bye-bye.